The Clone Trooper Grand Army of the Republic is launching a mass-scale invasion of Omaha Beach during D-Day, Operation Overlord in German-occupied France. Their enemies are the CIS battle droid army, holding cannon positions, machine gun positions, bunker positions, and brutal cliff trenches. 80 years ago today, the Allied forces stormed these very beaches in France, with the United States, New Zealand, Australia, Great Britain, Canada, and multiple other Allied forces storming these beaches and taking over German-occupied France. And we've done that battle historically a million times on this channel. So I thought for this D-Day anniversary, we would recreate Normandy Beach in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. This video is dedicated to all of the Allied veterans out there from World War II. Really appreciate your sacrifice and your dedication to the free world. It is just so sad to see the number of veterans dwindling throughout the years as we get farther and farther removed from the conflict, but it's always important to remember this day and all of the sacrifices that were made during the World War. And I have to say, I had the honor of interviewing many veterans throughout my time in college as a history major, and they are truly some of the most selfless, kind-hearted people out there, and they made the ultimate sacrifice in so many ways, whether it's actually giving their life or, you know, other personal aspects. There's so much sacrifice that happens during war, and it is truly, truly a travesty. So, huge shout out to all of the veterans out there on this day. We always do a special D-Day video to commemorate this truly epic amphibious invasion. And yeah, let's get into it, boys. Alright, boys, let's go ahead and press start here. And we are going to be starting off in slow motion because there are thousands of clone troopers on this battlefield and hundreds of battle droids defending the cliff walls, along with AAT defenders and TX-130T attackers. So there is going to be a bit of lag at the start of this battle, but it should subside as more clone troopers and battle droids end up dying as we go. Now, you might be wondering why we aren't doing a historical D-Day battle. Well, we've done a bunch of those recently, and every single year we tend to do the historical recreation of the battle, so I figure let's spice it up this year and do a Clone Wars recreation of it, something we haven't done in a number of years, to be completely honest, so I'm pretty excited about this. Not to mention, we are using the Call to Arms Gates of Hell Galaxy at War mod, which is a far more detailed and accurate, realistic mod compared to the Men of War Assault Squad 2 Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. So as you can see, the laser effects are absolutely gorgeous. They are HD, high-quality textured clone troopers and battle droids. There's a lot more realism too, so laser shots can one-tap clone troopers, or, you know, they do more damage in general, so it's 2 to 3 shots instead of, like, the super spongy clones and droids of the Galaxy at War mod for Men of War Assault Squad 2. So overall, we're getting a much more realistic D-Day Star Wars experience here. Now, right now, they're kind of just in the meat grinder, having to come up from the back of the beaches through the hedgehogs to push forward into the droid lines, so things are not going to go well for the first few minutes of the clone trooper army here, but they outnumber the droids like 6 to 1 or something along those lines, so eventually, hopefully, they will break through. This AAT getting absolutely clobbered by incoming rocket shots right now. The droids on the bottom level of the beach here seem to be dying out. I'm seeing a number of dead droid bodies throughout this area here, but still some more to take care of. And the real threat is going to be the droids up top on these cliff walls. We've got snipers up here, as well as some MG42s, which is rather riveting. I figure we add some MG42s to the battlefield because those are so iconically associated with D-Day, and this one is absolutely ripping clone troopers to shreds. How many kills does it have? 12 already. God dang, son. The AAT down below there, burnt to a crisp. That TX could easily just lob a shot up there and kill that thing. I don't see why they're not doing that, but You know, maybe one of these days they'll get a grip and start ripping. We've got other droids up here on MG40. Is that a 42 or 34? I think that's a 42 right there. Just ripping the clone troopers below to shreds on the beaches. This one's got 11 kills. Oh, we have another one right here, although the crew member did already die on this one, but it's got 13 kills, so that one is also ripping. We've got another one over this way. Again, crew member dead, but the other guy's still alive. And this one's got 19 kills, which is insanity, dude. Now, the main objective of the clone troopers is this back lot over here, the command post for the droid army, and sort of the final stand, backmost point. So it's not a lot of ground that they actually need to cover. The problem is the ground that they do need to cover is absolutely riddled with droids, and not just droids in these trenches immediately fighting the clone troopers, but also droids going further back in a bit more of like guerrilla warfare stances. We've got droids in various buildings and things like that, prepared to ambush clone troopers as they attempt to come up. So there are a lot of hazards on this battlefield that the clone trooper army is gonna have to deal with as they get closer and closer to the back lines of the droids. Now, they're starting this battle off with some tremendous losses already. I mean, at least a few hundred are dead on the battlefield. We can see right here, all of the red markings are dead clone troopers. Yes, hundreds of them have perished already, but there's still more left alive on the battlefield. And not to mention, the droids have also lost quite a large amount of troopers, not quite as many as the clones, not even close, but still, a lot of them have died as well. Of course, coming up these cliff walls is also going to be quite lethal. We have another MG42 over here. This one only got 8 kills, so not quite as successful as the other ones we were seeing on the battlefield there. Clones starting to spread out across the beach here as they push on forward. They're getting good spam fire out there, which is great to see. You know, keeping those droids suppressed, preventing them from shooting up the beaches too much. We're still hearing the rat-ta-ta-ta of all of the MGs, though, still going off, so that will continue to be a problem for a little while here, I think, until the clone troopers fully ascend the beaches and get nice and close. Now, we do have TXs over here leading the charge, which is very good to see. There are gaps in this barbed wire over this way, so clone trooper infantry can get through, and it looks like they're sending a few squads up that way anyway. All right, let's go ahead and bump it up a speed, see if we can handle that. As of yet, with the lag, it's still pretty laggy. We're getting about 12 FPS on 2 speed right now, so that's not fantastic. This isn't even normal speed, and it's still pretty laggy. So why don't we go ahead and bump it back down to slow speed 4 now, which is much better. Now we're getting like 20 FPS. So yeah, a far better speed for us here. The clone troopers getting awfully close to this first set of trenches right here, where there are a number of droids still standing and chilling, machine gunning out some fire against the clones, some commando droids out here as well. Looks absolutely wunderbar. Since it's so laggy, why don't we do a short time lapse right here of just the clones coming up this way, and that way we can maybe have a few more deaths before we go into normal speed. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Okay, only 2 minutes have gone by here, and it looks like a serious number of clone troopers just died right there to some type of explosive. We've got more clones back here, still kind of just rounding off suppressive fire, or at least trying to, because I'm still seeing the droids up there firing away themselves, so it doesn't appear to be working too great over that way. Look at all these clones, man. Absolute insanity. They're trying to push through this way and just hugging the wall, which is a pretty good idea. It's what they actually did do on D-Day. Had to hug whatever sand dune they possibly could to avoid incoming fire. Man, I might have to rewatch Saving Private Ryan this on this day, because gosh dang it, that movie is absolutely incredible. Although it always makes me emotional, man. That movie is just, oh, it's peak. Absolute peak. And even veterans, I believe, of the day said that Steven Spielberg did such an incredible job recreating the battle that they were, you know, having a little trouble watching it. They were like, this is too realistic. It's, you know, triggering some PTSD and things like that, which is absolutely insane. Up here, these machine guns for the droids still firing away. This one's hitting the ground quite a bit, but it's still been effective, right? Yeah, 18 kills. That thing is more than effective. This one's got 39! God dang, make it 40. It just got another. God, jeez. This one over here, 49 kills. Holy cow. Okay. Clones, I think I know what you need to focus on. This one's got 41 over here. Maybe kill the MGs, boys. They're absolutely destroying you. Look at this. I mean, that is just a beautiful angle of attack right there for that MG42. Just cutting into the clones this way, destroying them. The clones are trying to fire back, but the DC-15As are rather inaccurate in this mod. Actually, a lot of the laser weapons are super inaccurate in the Galaxy at War Mod for Gates of Hell. This one's got 51 kills now. Jeez, bro. Chill. My goodness. All right, a few shots are actually hitting now. This thing might finally go down if the clones are lucky, which it doesn't seem like they are at the moment. This commando droid just dominating. Just look at this guy. Look at this Chad. God dang, guys, please kill him. All right, how's the far right doing? The far right's a little easier because these cliffs are so tall and angled that these droids up top here can't fire as easily down. A few of them have died in these early bunkers, but then the ones back here can't really fire just yet. So these clones are able to hug these walls pretty closely. They might be able to sneak around, take the top side, and then start sweeping to the left over this way. That would be, I think, the ideal way to go about that. Some more clones starting to ascend up into this little village area, and the command tent is back here. Of course, there's still more areas the clones will have to take later on, but I mean, it'd be good to knock that out. Hundreds of clones have died at the very bottom of the cliff over here due to this MG42, and it is continuing to rip into them. Guys, please take this thing out. I don't know how to tell you this, but you're not gonna win the battle if you keep dying to this thing. Did it just get killed? Huge! Oh my goodness. Okay, that's big because that thing had 67 kills. Holy cow. This one's got 52. It's still alive. This one here has 24. It's still alive. And this one over here had 58, and it's still alive. And they even cleared the beach over here. All that's left is a couple TXs. I think either TXs are damaged or they can't come forward anymore because of the gates and the hedgehogs and things like that. So those are kind of a moot point now. They're not really going to be able to do all that much. I think the best case scenario for the clones is this far right side over here. By the way, we're going to go into normal speed now. This area over here, if the clones can push through this little valley here, they will take losses because, well, are these droids dead? These droids are dead. The droids in there are dead too. Okay, there's a few up here which definitely can get some cheeky kills on some of these clones, but it's not horrible. So pushing up here is going to be dangerous. We will lose clone trooper lives, but they're fighting for the Chancellor, baby. They're doing it for the Republic, to liberate France for the Republic. So if they can push up this way, get some seriously good kills, and then start side sweeping, we might still be able to see a clone trooper W here. A few clones did try attacking the headquarters over here. They got killed by some of those guerrilla warfare troopers that are tucked into buildings and behind hedges and things like that. So yeah, that's going to be a risk going forward. Yeah, more fire going on over here too. Look at these clone troopers. Moving on up there, boys. Gorgeous. All right, how about the far left? That MG is still trying to rip into some of these troopers who are behind the gates. Okay. Yeah, the left side is just dead. The left side is just done for the clones. It's kind of up to the right side to potentially see a W. Right now, there's a lot of lollygagging going on. The clone troopers kind of waltzing about right now, trying to figure out their next play, I think. Why don't we go in time-lapse for just a bit overhead here until these guys figure it out. Alright, so not a lot of battling been going on. The clones are still kind of mobilizing, but it seems like most of them are going to try and go down this way, which is obviously very dangerous. They're kind of snaking through here. What is this route you're running, boy? Why? He just went through all that effort just to get shot in the chest closer to these guys. What was that? Oh my goodness, and these guys getting picked off on the top of the hill right there. Yeah, this was the guerrilla warfare I was afraid the clones would get trapped into and really struggle with, and that is exactly what's happening. They are getting absolutely decimated by like 2 or 3 droids over this way. There you go. I think they just killed one of them. Nice. Good stuff, boys. Good stuff. There's still 2 more. Still 2 more, and they are destroying you. Which is insane. A couple more tried to come up here. We do have one guy in a trench up here. Look at that. Look at you. Look at you, buddy. Way to go. Proud of you. All right, and these guys coming up the right side over here in full force now, which is exactly what we want to see. TXs aren't really doing anything. They haven't done anything pretty much this whole battle, it seems, except for the very beginning where they took out the AATs, so I guess they did their job in their mind's eye, even though they could do some more infantry support. These clone troopers attacking the immediate cliff walls here. They are under some fire, but these droids don't really have an angle on them right now. MG over there blurting out some fire as well down below on some of those clone troopers. So we do have a bit more of a mid push again, but the left side has 0 push going on. There's nothing happening on the far left side. And that's just simply due because those MGs destroyed them before they could do anything. These clones have pushed even farther up, despite there still being droids left alive in this area here. Look at this. They're getting danger close and still getting gunned down. Come on, boys. Figure it out, okay? Use some form of intelligence. Yeah, okay, so maybe the AI got a little bit more realistic in terms of, their looks and the battle realism, but these tactics, man, they are not daily tactics. They are not tactics approved. These are horrible tactics. What is the AI actually doing here? They're being just so dumb. So, like, this might be dumber than Men of War Assault Squad 2 tactics, what we're seeing right now. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because, I mean, we've seen some derpy Men of War Assault Squad 2 tactics, but this might take the cake. They're just feeding and dying and then repeating. That's it. Look at this. Oh, grenade. Granata! Thermal detonator! Ooh. Yeah, there's a bug in this where the explosions of the grenades are like semi-invisible. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it kind of sucks. Oh, this mod also, by the way, fun fact, got a new UI. That one just didn't explode. So if you select a droid, you can see here at the bottom left, they completely redid the UI. It almost looks like maybe like Empire at War-esque, or the Old Republic MMO kind of looking. You know what I'm saying? It looks nice. It's a really good UI right now. I like that. So there have been some updates to the Galaxy at War Mod 4 Gates of Hell since we last played it. Oh, whoopsie, we just skipped across the map. These clones are just walking. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm Christopher walking here. I don't know why. These guys are idiots. And then we got a bunch here. And then we got a bunch over here who are getting absolutely shredded. Ugh. It's like criminal what's happening to these clones. Did they get like the inhibitor chip put in yesterday and it's inhibiting their ability to be smart? Like, what? I don't know. At least they might have these troopers flanking the walking boys. Oh no, they're walking back now. Oh jeez. Another clone dies. Incredible. Incredible. I think the clones might just be cooked. We're just not seeing them fight well at all here. So I don't know. Let's get an angle here. We can time-lapse this for a little bit and see what happens. So one of the droids here got the drop, but the other one's still alive right there. There's some clones kind of sniffing around up there. And then more clones coming around this way now too. So maybe the clones are onto something and can make something happen. A whole bunch of them died right here. Oh, it might have been due to that droid? How many kills you got, bud? None. So it's not due to that. Oh, it's this guy. 2 kills, and then this guy has 7. That's an officer, too. Whew. Zooey mama. Okay. Yeah, droid's cooking over here. The clones don't even know the trap they're falling into. Look at this. Oof. Oh. No. It's like, it's a train wreck that you are tied to the tracks and you have to watch it happen. And it's so painful, but interfering will get you yelled at. So you just have to watch the clones make every single mistake imaginable. I think when the clones inevitably lose this, because they are playing absolutely horribly, once they lose this, we are going to run it back without the MGs. Just to see if they can do it without a little bit of help from the Earth tech. We'll see. I mean, it could just be the exact same result. Maybe those MG42s just, you know, wouldn't manage to get the sheer number of kills they did, and the rest of the droids end up picking up the slack or something along those lines. But at the very least, I want to test it out to see what would happen. Oh my god, let's just time-lapse this, because this is Jover. Okay, well, these droids actually did end up dying. Good for the clones, very nice. But there's still the droids in the inner command area over here. A lot of clones died over here during that little assault. If we look at the minimap at the top left, blue are clones left alive, red are droids left alive. The droids still have extremely strong positions over here. Over here, still got some troopers the weakened, and the clones are trying their best to eliminate the middle command post, but I just don't think that's gonna end up coming to fruition for them. I think it's pretty much Jover for the clone troopers at this point. Yeah, look at that, just double shot, 1-2 to the gut, and he's gone. Yeah, I think the clones have lost this one. We will, of course, let it play out, but they just, yeah. My god, they're so stupid! They're so stupid. Look at that! Ah! Well, guys, I think the clones took the L here. They've got a tiny amount of infantry left, but I don't think they were successful. I'm going to go delete the MGs, and we're going to see what happens to the clones if there are no MGs on the beaches. Alright, boys, no MG42s for the droids this time around. I'm hoping this makes at least somewhat of a difference on the battlefield for the clones. I mean, those MGs ended up killing, you know, 300 or so clone troopers, which is a substantial number of their units. I think the AATs also got a few hundred kills between them before they ended up biting the dust, so they'll still be a very lethal unit on the battlefield for the droids to utilize. And of course, regular droid infantry ain't too shabby in this mod either, so they'll also be getting some kills. But those MGs were a serious problem, and hopefully with them dead, the clone troopers can deal with the droids at least minorly? I don't know. We'll find out. That last battle left me with very little confidence in the clone trooper army. I mean, I have confidence in the clone army. I guess they're just going up against some seriously staunch defenses. I mean, they didn't even have an attack on the left side in the second half of the battle because of that MG, so hopefully they do this time around, although there is still an AAT over here that can easily kill hundreds of clone troopers. Ooh, very nice shot right there into the TX, and another one to rip into her. She's still alive, though, so that is good to see. This AAT over on this side ended up crashing and burning, so that's good to see as well. We got more TXs pushing up the far right side. My cat is playing with my microphone cord. No. No, kitty. No. And these clone troopers are mounting their beach assault quite nicely here. Let's time-lapse this for just a little bit. Okay, I think we can bump it up a speed now. A lot more clones remaining after the initial... No, it's still super laggy. After the initial charge there, getting grenades off early now. Yes, the clones have hit their stride. They've figured out what they're doing. Look at this. And there's that invisible explosion, which is extremely disappointing to see. Another grenade! They're just chasing these droids down with grenades. The clones coming out of this with so many more troopers still left alive, with those MGs being silenced. You have to remember, it's not just the MGs that are getting a crazy amount of kills. It's also... Oh, did you hear that? That's the little... So Zelda found a kitty on the road, and so we're taking care of him. He's so cute. You might have heard his little squeak meow. Not only were the MGs getting kills, they were also suppressing the clones, which allowed the droids around them to get infinitely more kills as well. So the clones are going to be coming out of this with just tremendous numbers compared to before, which hopefully can result in them actually making it up these cliff walls and not completely getting decimated. I mean, the problem still stands that the clone troopers are going to be dealing with heavy defenses on the interior sections of this battle as well, just like last time, so not fully sure they're gonna have this in the bag, but at the very least they have a much better chance of it. Let's do another time lapse over here. Alright, well, the clones continue to kind of mull about over here, but on the far left side over this way, they're actually kind of starting to move on up. Let's see some of the deaths over here. Yellow are dead droids, red are dead clones, so they're not really charging upwards just yet, and once they do, it's going to be a bloodbath, but I don't know, maybe they can make something happen with a few grenade tosses here and there. That could be great. Over this way, clones are trying to come up against the middle section over here, running into that same problem they did previously. And then way over on the left side over here, these guys are also starting to move up this way, where I'm sure they'll run into, again, similar problems they did last time. So they're just kind of starting to get into the second phase of the battle here, and a lot could go wrong or right for the clones. Let's watch this side, because we have not really seen this side in action. It's still pretty laggy, so we're going to continue to do some time lapses. Alright, the clones here are starting to push up. Let's see if we can't go normal speed. Oh, that's so laggy. 2 speed's okay. The clones are trying to come on up here from both the right and the left. That man just grenaded himself. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, these clones. Alright, there we go. There's some grenades going into the droids, though, so that at least is good to see. There we go, they killed that droid as well, but there's still a field of trenches and droids over here messing with the clones. How's it going on other sides of the battlefield? It's still really laggy, I'm gonna be honest. Over here, these clones aren't even really attacking all that much. This is probably the easiest place to attack, so if they take this and then sideswipe, I think it'd go pretty well. Down mid here, there's still a lot of dead clones over here. The droids are managing to do quite a bit, and there's still droids over here. Yeah, that's looking rough. The clones aren't doing well really anywhere at the moment. And this over here is a travesty. I mean, like, come on, guys. What are we doing? Let's keep watching this, because this is a disaster. It's still so laggy, boys. It turns out the MGs were the perfect lag exterminators. And without them, we are crushed with lag. Still got droids over here holding that far left side, obviously. It's not too good for the clones. And over here, these guys are once again clapping clone cheeks left and right. Let's see how the one good spot might be doing. They're doing well. Let's go. All right, let's watch the progress over here because this is the only area where the clones are doing well. The clones are continuing to get clapped over here. It looks like it didn't go too well for them. It's still laggy, god dang. That means there's a lot of clones still on the battlefield. Yeah, they're probably gonna take another L overall on this battle. Look at this over here, tons of dead clones. Even without the MGs, they're doing just fine. It's not good. The droids are very nice at the battling and all of that. This is certainly rough for the clones. Let's watch over here for a bit. Yo, the clones made progress over here. They actually killed a couple of droids. Big W for the Grand Army of the Republic, baby. So they might be able to start pushing down this way now. Actually, they already have and have killed some of these droids over here. There's still a sniper droid over this way. So if we look at the top left minimap, blue are droids left alive, red are clones left alive. So there's still a lot of droids in the middle and far right section, but then the far left section is kind of depleting. They've still got a decent corner defense, I will say. There's quite a few clones over this way. Let's watch over here now. Okay, the clones are mobilizing again over here this way. I think we're at the point now where we can maybe go normal speed. They're just waltzing on in there, boys. They've taken the command post over this way, so now they might actually siege up here and start that side sweep. So the clones still do have a chance here. It's just still gonna be a bit of a tear to get this done for them. Yeah, there's still two droids way over here, but they're in bunkers, so I think the clones just kind of missed them. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Now the clones are just kind of chilling over here. Interesting. Okay. We'll keep time-lapsing, because this is already like an hour-long battle, and it's very slow. Yo! Clones actually clear out the top bit over this way. Now we've just got trench warfare going on with the clones trying to push further up this way and the droids kind of just blocking them right now. But huge play by the clones to be able to take this area. That is truly massive for them. Got grenades going out. Over here, the rest of the clones died. So this is really the last push, is these clones over here. This is all they got left. Is well, quite a number of troopers, but yeah, this is going to be the last. Ura! Alright boys, that was a 31-minute time lapse, and the clones have just completely petered out. They have some scrappy troopers around here. They've got TXs that can't make it over the hill, and the droids catch another W. This guy's got 27 kills, this guy's got 4, this guy's got 2, this guy's got 3, this guy's got 7, this guy over here has 4, this guy's got 1, this guy's got 27. This guy in the bunker down here has none. I don't know why he's there. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. What about these guys over here? This guy, none, 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 none. Okay, none, none. 6, none. 2, okay. 7, 3, 2. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.